comforting to know that we're bringing you relevant content and it's important to you as well. I'd firstly like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we're meeting today, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to the elders past and present. I have to quickly run through a few formalities, and I know you are all eager to get into the conference, so I won't take up too much of your time. I'm required to highlight the safety things, exits and stuff. So if there's a fire and whatever, just run, but there are some safety signs over there, so just follow them and listen to the hotel staff if there is actually something that does happen. Toilets, if you haven't found them already, are out to the right. For the smokers, please note there's no smoking in the building at all, but if you would like to smoke, there's a bus out the front that'll happily take you all the way to Toowoomba. Morning teas will be held out here directly outside the conference room, and lunches will be in the restaurant over here on this level. Can I ask you all to please set your phones to silent or turn them off so we don't have any distractions for our wonderful presenters. Now, some of you may have heard me addressing the AGM last week, but given that it's only a pretty boring function, the AGM, there's not many of you turned up, I'm going to just give you a quick update on a couple of things in the FSAA world. So our new CEO, Stephen Connors, wherever he is, he's somewhere here down the back there. He's not new anymore. He will have been here for a year in December. And you can see after the 1 year, he's made an incredible difference to what we've had in terms of across the whole facets of the FSAA. We've recently onboarded our 1,000th member, Param Kaur from IAG, which is a huge milestone for us. I don't think she's here today, but we did recognise this occasion with a small token of our appreciation. 1,000 members is up 31% from 2018, and more importantly, the member list we now have is much more up to date than ever before, meaning we're reaching out to the right people with our communications. And this has translated into a 15% increase in the registrations at our courses and events, with over 1,000 attendees in 2019. We also added 4 new corporate members this year, Ernst & Young, CommonSure, BDO and iCare, and this takes the total number of corporate members to 25. Stephen's been instrumental in developing a health insurance course, and this will be run for the first time next month, as well as refreshing both the general and life insurance course material, with the first life course in several years scheduled for 2020. At the time of Steve's engagement, the board made a conscious decision to invest in the development of its education programs, which, although producing a small loss in FY19, importantly, this has delivered updated and new courses that will be delivered well into the future for our members. Given the importance and rapidly nearing implementation date of AASB 17 or IFRS 17, whichever whatever you want to call it, the board decided to change the format and brought forward the annual conference with a much more technical focus than our usual conference. And well, here we are today with a sellout crowd and a waiting list for the first time ever. We will revert to the usual conference format that you'll be familiar with next year, and we'll be embedding the AASB 17 material into our usual education courses over the coming years. Please send your staff along to these events to keep insurance knowledge flowing with our industry. On behalf of the board, I would like to sincerely thank Stephen for his efforts in revitalising the FSAA in his short time so far. I look forward to seeing you all, or seeing his further progress as we continue into next year. We also have 4 new board directors on this year, including Lisa Marie from EY, which rounds out the big 4 audit firms for the first time. We also have Justin Seebuyer representing the health insurance sector for the first time. So we're really expanding our reach now. I'd like to thank all of my fellow directors and also those who have served during the year for their tireless work in making events such as these possible. We must also thank Di and Rosie for keeping the FSAA running, including all of the behind-the-scenes work that you guys and probably half of anyone in our team doesn't get to see that they do either. While I'm here, a few small plugs for the FSAA. We've got the FSAA Christmas lunch coming up next Wednesday. We'd love to see you there to celebrate the end of the year and for the first time to recognise excellence in the industry through 3 new awards being presented for the Rising Star, Best Mentor and Best Presenter. It's not too late to register for the lunch, but the nominations have closed for those awards. Each year we have our ambassador program where we sort of nominate 2 young and upcomers. It's a $5,000 scholarship for each of these guys, and we've had some great candidates come through, so I encourage you to get your staff to nominate themselves for that. The FSAA insurance simulation, which is fantastic. We bought that a couple of years ago. We've been running courses for the last few years. And that's a great course that I really encourage you to get along to. It's appropriate for anyone from a beginner or even a long-serving insurance professional like anyone. And we'll be giving a lucky door prize away of one ticket to that course. And you may have been to other conferences where they get you to check underneath your chairs for lucky tickets. We're not going to do that today. We're actually going to draw it out at the lunch. So that joke didn't work very well at all. You're supposed to be reaching under your table chairs for finding nothing under there. We've got a number of FSAA committees which we have. Education, conference, events, next gen and tax, and we'd encourage you to get your teams to get on some of those committees. It's a great personal development opportunity for the young ones to get onto those committees and have your say and actually be part of that, our development. So turning now to the agenda for today and tomorrow, you'll see that we've got it all covered with almost 30 industry specialists across the general, life and health sectors, ranging from auditors, actuaries, practitioners and regulators. So special thanks must also go to Leilani and the conference committee for pulling together such an outstanding program and a high calibre of speakers presenting for us. I'm sure we'll all learn a lot from them today and tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier, we're at capacity today with a waiting list. So we've taken the opportunity to film each session. So please no swearing and try not to pick your nose when the camera's pointed in your direction. I believe the content will be available for attendees via the the members area of the website, and we're working on a pricing structure for those who couldn't make it today. We have 3 MCs to carry us through the agenda today and tomorrow. We've got Jeff Rooney, Belinda from BDO, Belinda Cicciello, I hope I pronounced that correctly, from KPMG, and Kylie Herbst from Deloitte. Thank you very much, the 3 of you guys, for giving up your time. Now, I know accountants are typically a shy bunch and quite often scared to ask questions in public, so we've moved into the next century this year, and we're providing a Slido during the conference so that we can get some good audience participation. Jeff will be talking you through how this works, so you can ask those questions anonymously without fear of making a fool of yourself and on video. Also, please join us for drinks this evening down in the Abode Bar on the ground floor. I think it's on the corner there. Because networking is one of the added benefits of this conference. By sharing your experiences of your IFRS 17 journey with your fellow delegates. All of you will be at very different stages of implementing IFRS 17. And they range from QBE, who I think early adopted it about 10 years ago, given the drivers' involvement in there, to the other late followers who really need to get their skates on. So really just have a chat to your other colleagues and work out where you are in the journey and work out what you can learn from each other. I hope you all make the most of this wonderful opportunity to learn about IFRS 17, and please enjoy the conference.